So I just wanted to share a potential position that I'm looking to take on gold very, very shortly. This is PineX Capital. This was a free account that I got given, which is pretty cool. And it's on TradeLocker. So I don't know who of you that has traded with TradeLocker in the past, but it's relatively new for me. It's almost like... oh, whoops, what have I just done? It's almost like a mix of futures and a mix of 47.2. No, let's go 45. Whoops, go. Then I can drag and drop that. So, okay. So again, I'm experimenting as I'm going. I don't know if you can drag and drop. I think you might need to pull it. So if I pull it to, say, 40, that's going to be around $150, $120. You can probably drag that. $150, yeah, sweet. And then I want to take profit, and I'm going to probably go at 55, 60. So I ideally want this to bounce, and I'm classing this as the previous low. So really I want to try and target 70, but 70 would put me at 445. So if we said 60, generally speaking, 245. Yeah, probably say that for the time being. And then what I want to try and do is trail this position. So why I've jumped in this is you can see the obvious consolidation. Some people would say this is going to continue to the downside and then bullet down here. However, you know, we are ascending slightly. Volume has dropped somewhat. Obviously, we had stock market open around 2 and a bit hours ago. Yeah, I'm basically just hoping that this is going to continue a little bit higher. And if we do see a big reversal, you know, we could really accelerate higher, and $4,200 an ounce is the kind of end target, I would say. So that's where we are. This is TradeLocker. I've been meaning to do a bit of a review on this for a little while. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool setup, and there's quite a few challenges that you can get access to. They do a, what do they do? They do a 1-step, 2-step. They do a $5 activation at the moment, where you can get an activation fee for $5, get access to the account, and then pay afterwards. I think that's the busiest challenge that they have at the moment. But that is only for a limited time, so you need to grab that while it lasts. I'm going to get one of those very, very shortly, but I'm just trying to practice a little bit more on TradeLocker. I've seen so many good reviews of it, and I've seen the profit losses, which is what really took my fancy. You know, once you close a position, I'll have to do it and I'll show you, but you can see a really cool format of, like, for example, gold long position, this amount of points and this amount of profit. It just looks very good, aesthetic. It's almost like its own little certificate. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But we are looking hopeful that we can obviously look to gain some momentum. I don't want to make this video too long, but it is a bit of a one-stop shop tour of TradeLocker. So I know some of you guys are going to be jumping on this, and I know you probably won't be familiar with it, but you've got all your instruments here at the side. You've got your order block here, so you can put your order details in here. You can edit your position here by clicking edit position, and then obviously you'll feed in your information, stop loss, take profit, etc. Fee, obviously, for commissions, and then you've got, you know, TradingView instruments built in as well. So, you know, you can measure, you can do, for example, how many points is it from take profit to my current or my entry price. It's $12, right? So 120 points. You know, the things like that, it's pretty cool. You can obviously put text on, you can mark things on. So it's like a glamorous trading view. I know some people trade futures, and they also, you know, use this to use TradingView to connect their futures accounts, and that's how they trade. This is CFDs, so this isn't futures. This is CFDs, and we said we were going to be getting involved with this for a little while now, and here we are. So starting slowly, but looking to scale. I think I might do a bit of a docu-series on this one. We've got a nice 10 grand account, and I can actually make some decent money with this. Yeah. We can make some decent money with this. So I want to try and make a bit of a story, a bit of a series on this. But again, you guys will see me all the time on TradingView, and you'll see how I mark on these charts and bits and pieces. And yeah, hopefully it makes sense and you'll be seeing more of it. So let's hold this for another few minutes and yeah, see where we go. See if we can close this position out for a decent bit of profit. Like I say, it's only a 10 grand account. So if I can make maybe $150, $200 a day on this, you know, that's what I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to make it relatable to people that work. I think a lot of us as traders, and you probably, you know, if you've taken some big payouts, you realize how quickly money can come to you, but you actually forget about, you know, how significant money actually is. And I've actually got on my desktop on my desktop. Here, something to remind me, $200 is not small. And that's because when I trade futures and I trade all of these other kind of instruments and capitals and stuff, I'm thinking, $200, that's a day wage for someone in the UK. And if you connect in 3 accounts, 5 accounts, it's significant money, right? So this is my little motivational poster or reminder that I should be able to see every single day. Execute, trust your plan, take the trade. I say this to our group. I say, look, don't worry. If it doesn't look like it makes sense, but it meets your rules, then, trust the process, because we need to eliminate that kind of emotional based decision and just trade off the facts. And that's what we always say to the group. Patience. We set a lot of limit orders. Have a plan. Know your setup. Plan your trade. When are you going to take profit? When are you going to scale out? And these are all in place, but ultimately we are the only ones that can, execute them. So it's again a reminder of what we need to do and how we need to do it and the consistency behind it. There's no point in doing it twice out of 4 trades. Do it 4 out of 4 trades. And yeah, it's just really important stuff. We're going to pause this now and see if it unfolds and resume again in a short while. Another little update. We pulled back. We've tried to break higher. We need to break north of this 40-50 price. We've obviously got a bit of 5-minute consolidation. And if we can just pop higher, we might spike a little bit more. I'm happy to close out $100, I refuse to close out any less. $100 pays for dinner. We're shaping up nicely now with that 15-minute structure, that sequence there of green candles, this wick. This is what we typically always do. If you're in a position, we're looking at the lower time frames, and then we start scaling out and looking at the larger time frames. So the more it confirms on the low, it's like a reverse of top-down analysis, but it's only for open entries. So yeah, we'll hold on a little longer, and then we will end up closing this one out. Right, I think I'm going to close this one out. We're above 10k again. Really resisting this, and this is taking a long time, to be honest with you. 45. We've been sat here at 30 odd minutes. And we don't seem to be breaking higher. And I do see another setup on NASDAQ that I want to take, and I haven't got the margin for it. So we're going to close this one out. But again, a bit of an introduction to TradeLocker. And obviously PineX Capital as well. You know what I'm trying to do here? I'm trying to delay time so that this breaks higher, and I'm going to commentate a little bit more. I trust it. I absolutely trust it. I want to see $100, just another 20 points, and then we are good. We are good. But yeah, you've got everything that you're familiar with here. You can commentate and draw boxes and fibs and short, long, take profit, all that kind of stuff. Going to wrap it up there. Check out the link below. Check out the description. You can see exactly what this is about.